Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm in Michigan.
And I'm Randall, and I'm in Texas. Today, we're going to be talking about Disney Plus. So, Matt, what's the first thing about Disney Plus when it launches that you are really interested in seeing? What do you want to watch?
Well, day one, definitely gonna see The Mandalorian. First ever Star Wars live action show. Something I'm really excited to finally actually see happen. How about you?
The first thing of anything that's coming live that really strikes me is I just want instant access to all of the original Disney shorts, all of those fun little 5 minute clips. That interests me the most, and the fact that they also have access to the new Mickey Mouse shorts. I think that those are just so much fun. I love just being able to sit down and watch just a 5 minute something whenever I need entertainment. Basically, having access to those is going to be pretty cool.
Definitely agree. I just recently stumbled upon them too. From what I've seen, those are really cool. So that's something I'm definitely gonna check out as well.
So going back to the Mandalorian though, and it's not that I'm not interested in it. It's that I haven't looked up as much about the Mandalorian as I should have, or if I could have. I've watched the trailers, and it seems fun. Uh, kind of filling in the gap after Episode 6. Is that right?
Yeah, it's after episode 6. I think it takes place 5 years after. Part of the reason I'm excited for it is, the people that are helming it, especially Dave Filoni. I mean, I've liked some of the other stuff he's done with the Clone Wars and with Star Wars Rebels. So the fact that Dave Filoni is playing a big role in heading this, I'm really excited for. And I just like, from what I'm hearing, it's a lot like old like westerns and samurai films, and it's like that elements of Star Wars that I kind of like. So I'm excited to see that play out.
But Matt, they already made that show. It was called Firefly.
Yeah, yes, and it was good. It was good too. Got canceled way too early.
Disney owns Firefly now. You could just probably watch it. Probably not on Disney Plus though.
Yeah, I've seen it recently too. I mean, it's a really good show. Really good show.
So one thing about the Mandalorian, and this takes me, I'm stretching my old man memory, but this takes me to the fact that back when Lucasfilm was just Lucasfilm, before they got sold to Disney, there was another show that they were supposed to be developing. And I don't want to say it was the same as the Mandalorian because it clearly wasn't, but it was supposed to be like the kind of backwater worlds, the underworld of the Star Wars universe. And I don't remember exactly what the title of it was though. But obviously, they are also coming out with the Cassian show, the character from Rogue One, where they're definitely, at least with Disney Plus, it seems, going to be exploring more of the mythology of Star Wars than you're actually getting in the main Star Wars movies now.
I mean, that's another thing about like the Mandalorian and like you said, Cassie. I like stories that are not dealing with the central main characters. A lot of people have always said Star Wars it's supposed to be this big universe, but it really seems kind of small in scope. We keep going to Tatooine and stuff, and people keep bumping into the same people. So it'll be interesting to see other stuff that doesn't necessarily center around those your Luke Skywalkers, your Rays, that kind of thing.
We could unpack Star Wars all day long, but suffice to say, you're happy and excited to see a expanded Star Wars series. I'm happy to see just Disney shorts, and I mean, there's tons more there for everyone. There's going to be links down in the description to the entire list, and it's massive, of all of the shows and all of the movies that are going to be there on day one. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Uh, I want to move the conversation kind of just towards like Disney Plus as a whole. Uh, do you think Disney Plus is like the Netflix killer? Everyone talks about the Netflix killer. Is this it?
I don't know that if Disney Plus necessarily is the Netflix killer. One thing about Netflix is Netflix has a lot of original content, and I think really that's what is going to be, kind of between like Disney Plus, I think Disney knows they need to have that original content too, kind of like the Mandalorian, because as much as we all liked like the Disney Vault, and it's gonna be great having all the old movies and stuff, I think for like long term, you kind that those exclusives are really what bring people in and get people to stay. So it's gonna see. I mean, a lot of people did like Netflix because they have some of the Marvel movies, and it's not gonna have that in the future. And like the Star Wars movies, obviously that's not gonna be on Netflix going on in the future too, depending on when those contracts expire. And Disney is trying to buy out a lot of those contracts too, because some of their content is on some of the other streaming services. Um, but I mean, a Netflix killer. I don't think that Disney Plus is gonna knock Netflix out. I mean, it may surpass Netflix as the most popular, but I think the two of them are probably gonna both you know coincide, or however you want to say. They're both gonna be out going on at the same time.
And one thing that this isn't necessarily an Amazon Prime thing, but one thing that's I think Amazon's particular has going for it is if you bought those movies on Amazon, you still own the digital copies. You can still go watch Cinderella or Moana or something on your Amazon account because you paid for that digital copy of the movie. Netflix is just gonna lose them. They don't have a store like Amazon does where you can just go buy, the PBS package and just get PBS Kids for your kids or buy the individual films. It's just, here's what Netflix offers.
That's always been the thing with Netflix. Yeah, I mean, every month we see, hey, what's being added, what's leaving. That Netflix, it's always been one of those things. And like you said, maybe Disney will have a little plus up if their content is going to stay on their channel. So you don't have to worry about hey, that movie that I saw on it, going away anytime soon. With Netflix, like you said, that's something you have to keep track of, because some of the shows that you might put in, like your favorites, like, hey, I want to get to it, but, if you wait too long, it comes off the channel before you get to it.
Yeah, when Cartoon Network bought all of the rights up to Futurama, and they're the only ones that can air Futurama, goodbye Netflix. That was disappointing.
Well, talk about like losing stuff or whatever. Is there anything that like Disney Plus, if you looked at, that is not going to have that you want to see, or what would you like to see them add?
Yes, and I don't think that they're going to add it anytime soon. So I know that they're going to come out with like a Disney Plus Plus or Disney Super Plus, whatever it's called, with like ESPN and everything. But they bought 20th Century Fox, and outside of The Simpsons, which is coming to Disney Plus, they are not putting the back catalog of 20th Century Fox movies on Disney Plus. And there's no plans announced to do that. Disney has made it very clear that they want this to be the family streaming option. So, you're not going to walk in there and get Predator, And I think that hopefully in the future, they haven't talked about it, but hopefully they really utilize all of 20th Century Fox's properties that they now own, not just The Simpsons, which is well past its prime. People are excited about it, and if you like it, good. I'm not telling you don't like it, but for me, it doesn't work anymore.
I totally agree. Stuff like, you think of like Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool, they were already making Disney jokes in Deadpool 2, and that is not going to be on Disney Plus because of that R rating. And like you said, Disney says Disney Plus is a family channel, so it's everything that's on there is going to be stuff aimed at the whole family. So yes, I totally agree. Same thing with that. But one thing I wonder what might happen is, so Disney's the major stakeholder in Hulu. So could some of that content go over to Hulu? I know you can get, with your Hulu subscription, you can have a Disney Plus add-on, or it might be vice versa. People who have Disney Plus might be able to get like a Hulu add-on, and maybe that's where that content goes.
So I do know that there is going to be a Disney Plus add-on for Hulu accounts, which is interesting because now that's tied in with Spotify. You can get a Spotify premium account and get access to Hulu. I don't know how that works with Disney Plus. But I do know that there will be a Disney Plus add-on. Now this just gets me into a whole different conversation about Disney Plus and the streaming space in general. I I would say probably with a high level of confidence, there's Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, CBS All Access, or that last one. But there's all these streaming things now. Peacock is coming out. Terrible name, NBC. Sorry.
They didn't want to get in the Plus, Disney Plus and Apple TV Plus and
Oh, Apple TV. See, I even forgot one. Look at that.
yep. Hey, Apple TV out before Disney Plus, so getting the jump on Disney Plus to get their original content and stuff out there as well.
The point I'm getting at is it's just cable all over again. They're just gonna drive people back to piracy. Wouldn't you rather just have a spot where you could go and have access to things like Netflix of old, I guess?
Here's not just how Disney Plus might affect like the other streaming service, but how do you think Disney Plus is going to affect like Disney's other, how they put out content? I mean, do you think it's going to have an impact on like their theatrical releases and like their TV, like was it like Disney Kids and that kind of stuff, like the actual Disney cable shows?
So I do. So here's the thing. The contract that Disney must have with like Time Warner or Cox Cable, stuff like that, to get their, to get Disney to kids or to people, that's expensive. And not that Disney Plus and the infrastructure to set up Disney Plus isn't expensive, but if they don't have to pay somebody else, do that. And the thing I don't want to say I'm worried about it, but the thing that I'm interested in seeing is down the road. You're already seeing it. Some of the exclusives like WandaVision and the Hawkeye movie, or sorry, not movie though, the Hawkeye series, is you're gonna start seeing major releases. Again, speculative. I don't know this. One of the things I'm worried about is that you're gonna start seeing major releases from Disney go straight to Disney Plus and just skip the theater. They don't need it. They got enough subscriber base.
Not that I'd call this a major release or whatever, but Disney, a lot of the things they're doing, they're another round of the live action, the old classics that they're doing live action, and you got Lady and the Tramp, which is a Disney Plus exclusive, Aladdin, Lion King recently in the big screen, and now Lady and the Tramp, Disney Plus exclusive. So yeah, I'll be interested to see if we get more of those.
I think that Lady and the Tramp being a Disney Plus exclusive is a direct result of the bad press and the not so great returns on their previous redos of Aladdin, of The Lion King. Where even if those were in and of themselves fine, I didn't go see them. I'm like, I don't need to go see that. If I want to watch Aladdin, I'll just watch Aladdin.
And now you'll be able to. You'll be able to see, the old Aladdin.
But that kind of brings me to a different thing. Is the price is amazing. I don't think you're gonna find anyone out there who's like, oh, $7 isn't worth, what I'm getting for $7 a month isn't worth it. You get 4 simultaneous screens and UHD for like your newer movies like Avengers, and Netflix to do that is $16 a month.
Yeah, I mean, I think Disney probably did that on purpose too. I mean, like you said, in order to get that with Netflix, I mean, like you said, it's like $16 a month, for premium. But if you just want like basic getting into Netflix, that $8.99 or whatever a month to start off, and it's one screen. So I mean, granted, you get access, to all the Netflix content, but just won't be, the HD, the Ultra HD stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think Disney probably did that, on purpose, looking at that kind of thing.
Being what I do in my normal job, my everyday job, I know that the infrastructure to run Disney Plus is expensive. Now, Disney has the money to do that, obviously, and they're banking on getting a lot of people signed up for this, especially on day one. But I bet you there's still loss leaders. Not that they would have to tell you that, but I think at this price that it's probably not really covering all of the cost of the service for them.
I agree with you, and I think they're having this price to get people to sign up. But I mean, if we think that it's going to stay at $6.99 for very long, I think we're fooling ourselves. Really, I don't. Eventually, I don't think Disney. We're going to see prices up right now. I think right now it's one of those things that people are kind of worried. Like, is this going to be like the new cable? Thing. And I don't think people want to spend a whole lot of money on all the different streaming services. So I think Disney, by having it at this price, is kind of like, hey, we have it lower, check us out kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're right when you say cable, and that goes back to the earlier point of all the streaming services. Okay, I want to watch Star Trek, obviously, but CBS All Access, I don't even know how much it costs. What people do with CBS All Access is quite literally sign up for the 30-day free trial, which Disney Plus does not have. They watch Star Trek Discovery, and then they cancel because they just binged it. There's nothing else there. Okay, so you sign up for CBS All Access, you're signed up for Netflix, you signed up for Disney Plus, you got to have your Amazon Prime for Amazon Video, and all of a sudden you're paying $50, $60, $70 a month. You get your Hulu in there, and you're just right back to what you were getting rid of with cable. When you're like, oh, I used to have Netflix, and I used to pay $12.99 a month for UHD, and it has, 60 to 70% of everything I watch. Well, 60 to 70% of everything I watch is not Disney for me personally, but it could be for other people. So the price is, again, it's awesome. It's a great price, but I agree with you. We're fooling ourselves if you think it's going to stay there. It just isn't.
They're good prices when you look at them individually, but like you said, when you add them all up, they add up quickly.
I mean, in reality, aside from the fact that I have a lot of this content already, not the majority of it, but I do have a lot of this Disney content that I enjoy watching. I probably won't be signing up for it on day one. There's just not enough there for me personally. But if they added 20th Century Fox in, like those 20th Century Fox movies, I would be all about that. I would sign up right now. Like, that's what Disney would need to do for me personally, and maybe someone else who might be watching this. Not just Disney, although National Geographic's cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. But I really, really want that 20th Century Fox content. What's the point of owning it if you're not going to leverage it?
Me, I'll go on the other end. I already have subscribed to Disney Plus for the next 3 years. Disney got my money up front. It is a bit of a risk, though. I mean, I definitely want to watch The Mandalorian and stuff. So for something, I mean, if you go month to month, I could have done something like do with some of the other streaming service. I know a lot of people do this with like HBO, where they just subscribe, for the months to watch like all of Game of Thrones. And then, that was the joke after the last season of Game of Thrones that everyone was ending their HBO Now accounts kind of thing.
There's so much there to gush over and to just have is awesome. And Disney's done their work, and they are rolling it out on just about every platform. You can watch it on your phone, laptop, just an internet browser. They're going to be a Disney Plus app for Samsung TVs, for Android, or like NVIDIA Shield devices. You can watch it however you want, and they've made it easy. They've made it affordable. They've got some really, really good content. It's gonna be pretty cool. I just am not. It's just not quite enough for me yet. Now, one thing we haven't really discussed it, and I know we kind of want to keep this compact. We don't want to get too far outside of the realm. Is all of the content that people. I didn't grow up with cable when I was a kid, so, and I know you didn't grow up with cable when you were a kid. All of the shows that were on Disney are here. And if you're really nostalgic for that, that's a huge, huge selling point. I'm nostalgic for shows that I watched when I was a kid, which some of them happen to be Disney shows, but they aired on like ABC. You know, like Tailspin. Oh God, Tailspin. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. DuckTales, obviously, as my aunt could attest.
Well, I'll tell you, some content that hasn't, like some of that content too, nostalgia, and you can kind of get them, but some of that harder content too that's coming, like Gargoyles. Gargoyles on Disney Plus. That's another one that I'm definitely going to see. And like you said, it's that nostalgia factor. I want to go back and I want to watch those.
Yeah, and so that's going to be a huge hook for a lot of people, I think. Now, for me, it's 20th Century Fox. For you, it's kind of the Star Wars stuff. I think a lot of people our age, older millennials, are definitely going to go in, and younger millennials too, but are going to go in and they're going to be nostalgic. And not nostalgic in the, hey, please remake this. Please don't make Home Alone. Please don't remake Home Alone. That's completely unnecessary. I just want to go watch Home Alone, or I just want to go watch this show that I remember as a kid, and I don't want to watch a new version of it. I just want to watch the original version of it. DuckTales notwithstanding, because 2017 DuckTales is awesome.
Here's one thing, kind of going back a little bit. Do you think Disney Plus is like an avenue that may give Disney more leeway to try different things? Like, you put a lot of money to put out, something in the theaters and stuff, it's a bigger risk than maybe necessarily putting it out on like a streaming service. Because that's one thing, like Netflix, a lot of things on Netflix, other studios and stuff kind of like passed on, and Netflix is like, we're going to take a risk on that. Do you think Disney might take more risks with this channel?
I could see it in the long run, them trying to do something a little bit different. Even if it's just like animation style-wise, or something that they couldn't otherwise put on public TV very easily, something like that. Maybe eventually. It'll definitely get there. If there's something that we missed, definitely comment about it below. If there's something that you're excited about seeing, comment about it below. If you like this video, thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, we're going to keep on coming out with our discussions. This is just the first video of many, and you can subscribe to tune in for more. So, this is Randall. Bye.
Matt, Michigan, see you later.